the NFC Now. We got to make sure we get the people what they want. We got to make sure we talk to y'all. Again, sorry about Monday. Had business to attend to. My next guest can understand because my next guest is a young journalist. He's not an aspiring journalist. He's just a journalist that is young and is going to continue to get that experience in becoming the best journalist he can be, as well as the fighter that he is right now. Now, he ain't about to become the best fighter. This is the champion that I'm about to talk to right now. The Tony Hope is joining me here on NFC Now, ladies and gentlemen. Voila. Tony.
What's going on? What's happening?
Hey, Tony, before we start, you just got to promise me you ain't going to get pulled over by the police, man.
Nah, look, I just got to work. I just pulled into work, so we good.
Heard. Thank you for making time for me, bro. It's nothing but love, man. For all the people, man, where you work at? What's the hustle?
I work at a music studio under Atlantic Records. I can't say the exact name because it's confidential stuff, but I work as an intern, a paid intern.
You support a hustler, as we like to say.
Yes, sir.
So,
you already know.
How is that experience for you though?
It's cool. Met some cool folks, connections, of course, and just getting that experience under my resume. It's cool. I like it. I've been here for about a year now.
Hey man, shout out to you. And these experiences lead to more opportunities when you continue to just progress past post collegiate, post college and everything, man. Again, thank you for taking time to join me. I know you only got a couple minutes before you walk up into the job, but I gotta ask the champion, the current yes, two-time NFC Bantamweight champion. I love the way you pop your ish, man. The Tony Hope. Tony, maybe like a week and a half, going on 2 weeks removed from the fight. How are you feeling physically?
I feel great. I just got done my run today. We're back to business. We don't take no. We celebrated. I had my fun. I rested my body because with any fight, you're always gonna be banged up unless you get in and get right out. But I'm feeling great. Like I said, I just got on my run. I've still been training. And feeling great mentally and physically.
What kind of reception did you get when you pulled up at the schoolyard with the belt on, dog?
Oh man, people was asking me like, man, what is that? And what you doing with that? And a lot of people, I don't really go around telling people I'm a fighter. It's kind of like if you know, you know. But and before when I initially won the belt, I didn't even take it to school or take it to work or anything. Because I just kind of like having that be I guess secret, I used to like thinking that I'm like Spider-Man, you just don't know until you know. But, talking to some of my other champion teammates like TJ and Devon and other folks, they're like, yeah, man, now you earned that. Like, you literally had to fight for that. So why not take it?
Nah, legit. You legit had to fight for
that. Literally.
You got in a fist fight for that, for real.
Literally. So, you see Super Bowl champions walk around with their rings and look, J.R. Smith was in the streets with his shirts off with the trophy. So why can't I?
Hey, I'm firmly in that corner of bro. Flex that, especially, bro. You in school with it, Come out come out the closet. Don't be Spider-Man no more, bro. Be like, yo, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna know what's good, bro. Shout out to you, man. You got into a really tough fist fight this past a couple Fridays ago. When we talked on the podcast a couple weeks ago, you said, look, I'm going to make this. I'm going to come in this fight and I'm going to handle this. And there's going to be no questions left. Your expectations versus reality. Please explain those to me.
So you already know how I like to operate. I always talk in the affirmative and I manifest as much as I can to reality. And it has worked. As you can see, I'm the champ again.
Say that.
But Cam, he's tough. Like, man, I'm talking about he's the only person I've fought that has been able to bring out not just the best of my fighting ability, but the competitive drive that I have as well. So I walked in and I was like, I'm gonna make sure there's no questions left. I want this to be as definitive as possible. But Cam, he's a tough SOB, bro. So when I went out there and fought him and we just started getting to the later rounds, I just knew that, it's going to be another one of those nights. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure it goes my way.
Okay. Lot to break down there. First of all, got to shout out to Kamren Burton, bro. Kamren Burton, he got everybody respect in the community. He's already been the champion, as of you. He went out there and y'all got into a real fist fight. As I said on last week's podcast, I thought he took the first 2 rounds. Again, this is my opinion. I thought he took the first 2 rounds. I thought you did a great job of coming back the last 3 rounds, and it was a very close back and forth. I thought optically you handled your business tactfully and optically, and you got that decision. I thought the right man won on that night. It was a very close fight again. How would you break down the proceedings?
Pretty much the same as you. I said round 1, 100% Cam. Like that was it was a clear round in favor of him. My game plan, I came out and I was just overly aggressive. And by that, I was just trying to walk him down, and I didn't show him enough respect off jump. So he was catching me with the overhand a lot, and it was clear that he won that first round. The second one, it was close. I say it's a toss-up. Could have gave it to me. Could have gave it to him. But going back into my corner after the second round, we all said, look, first 2 rounds, he got it. You got to tighten up. We got to make sure that we relax and don't give up any more rounds. We can't have any more rounds be that close. And as soon as they said that, when Coach Stevens from Bangkok said, and Coach Joe from Bangkok and TJ told me that, it just all clicked. And then from then on, 3, 4, and 5, 100% I won those rounds. But it was a great fight. Low key, sometimes I wish that the rounds were a little bit longer, because oftentimes I felt myself getting into a real groove. Right with the last 30 seconds of the round, if we had maybe another minute, I definitely feel like the fight could have gone a little differently in my favor. But rounds 1 and 2, we can give those to Cam. Rounds 3, 4, and 5, 100% me.
Y'all was talking a little bit in the middle of the fight too.
Like I said, he's the only person that has been able to get, like, everybody else I fought, I would go back and rewatch the videos, and I'm just locked in. Like, I'm just trying to go in there and do the best I can. Against Cam, though, we already fought once. It was close. He won. I thought I should have won. It was one of those fights that is just up in the air. So second one, he had the confidence of a champ. He had the confidence of someone who's already beaten me, and it showed. Like there's times in there he was smiling at me, and we were just kind of playing mind games while we're punching and kicking each other in the face.
Crazy.
And it's just, I love that stuff though. Like I grew up watching just great trash talkers in all sports. So being able to be in that environment and taught my thing too. It was just fun. Like it was just a fun night in general.
It was fun for the fans, man. Sitting there cage side watching y'all like scrap. Like that was a real life scrap right there, man. And like y'all was talking. It was greasy. It wasn't just like a regular, just a fist fight. It was like, yo, y'all was fighting. Y'all was talking. Knockdowns. And again, I thought you did a really great job optically. Like it kind of got dirty, but like the judges are human. When you just look at it optically, you talking, you like, yeah. And, he getting up off the ground, he's smiling back at you. And it's like, optically, I thought you did a really good job of making that control. Now, you talked about your coaches, 2 coaches from Bangkok in the corner, as well as TJ, man. What does having somebody like TJ in your corner mean to you?
Bro, dude, TJ is like real deal, the big homie. Like, I've been training with him for pretty much the entire time I've been training as a fighter. He was one of the people that I wanted to earn respect from. And I highly value his opinion, because not only is he a champ, earlier this year, he's won 3 belts in like 6 months.
Facts.
So he's a champ through and through. He has the IQ. He has that dog in him. Every time we spar, he's one of the people where I can let loose a little bit. I don't have to pull back, because I know he's gonna give it to me just as much as I'm giving it to him. If you clean him, if you get him good, he gonna come right back.
Exactly.
So I love like having TJ in my corner. He was in my corner for, he wasn't in my direct corner, but I could hear him in my first title fight in March.
Oh yeah.
And just training with him, having him in my corner for this fight was just like amazing. Like I said, like he's the big homie. Like everything he says, I take like to heart. Like what I need to improve on. What we said in between the rounds, it worked. Like he's just a very, very great fighter. Very good person, and just someone that I'm glad to have in my corner and have on my team.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, the Tony Hope joining me here on NFC Now, current 2-time NFC Bantamweight champion.
Yes, sir.
Before the fight was over, before you walked out the cage, you let Kimberly know that, hey, we're gonna do a third fight, man. Yeah. Is that the direction we're headed in?
Well, most likely, because I want to say 100%, but just because there's nothing that's absolute. Most likely,
yeah.
Because I mean, look, the first fight was close and he won. The second fight was close and I won. So the only thing that makes sense is to just run it back for a third time and let's get a definitive end. Like let's go ahead and get a definitive end to this saga that we have. I never would have imagined that I'd be fighting this man for a third time. But here we are. I look forward to it. I'm already back training. He's a great opponent. He's a worthy opponent.
Worthy.
And it's just another, it's like a story. This is going to be great for not just me, but for him too, for whatever his career goals as a fighter or and outside of fighting. This is just going to look great looking back on it in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years.
I haven't been in the NFC very long. I haven't seen many trilogies. I can't remember one trilogy, man. This is a worthy opponent, a worthy trilogy. Two great warriors going at each other. The first two fights were razor thin. I believe I posed a question on last week's podcast. Where do the people want to see this fight? I think everybody unanimously said they want to see it at the Battery. Did you have a preference, champ?
Please, Jesse, David, whoever is watching, whoever is in charge of the venues, please make that last one in the Battery. That is my favorite place to fight because when I tell you, not just the Battery itself and like it's so electric in there. Everybody gets so close and you can hear just nothing but the crowd oohing and eyeing. It's just it just gives me like real professional pay-per-view vibes. But not only that, but just Truist Park in general. Like walking out and just seeing everybody outside, watching it from the screens, seeing the Truist Park in the background. Like it's just a super dope environment. So please, if we can get it in the Battery, let's do it in the Battery and make us the main event 100%.
Oh, okay. See, the champ calls for what he wants. The champ gets what he wants. David Obla says March 1st at the Battery. I love to hear it. Does that sound good to you?
Let's do it. March 1st at the Battery. I'm ready. Send the contract.
Send the contract, man. Voila. Tony, you about to walk into the job, man. Before we do part ways, man. First of all, let me just ask you this, because you're a fellow journalist, man. Yes, you're a fellow Panther.
Yes, sir.
Is there any questions I failed to ask you?
No, not really. You really hit everything that I would have addressed or I would have talked about. Like I really think this is gonna be great for everyone involved. Me and Cam fighting for a third time. That first fight, it was super close. It was entertaining. People wanted to see it again. The second fight, super close and entertaining. Now people want to see it a third time. This is not just good for me as a fighter. This is going to be great for Cam. This is going to be great for you. This is going to be great for the NFC community. It's going to be great for everyone involved. Like it's just like The Rock versus Stone Cold.
Facts.
This is going to like we're talking about two young black entertaining fighters who have already made waves and are going to continue to make waves. So March 1st at the Battery, if that's cool with Cam, that's cool with me. Let's go ahead and get it popping.
Let's get it popping. The Tony Hope, always great talking with you, my brother. Wish you nothing but love. The current 2-time NFC Bantamweight champion signing out. About to go get this shmoney, as they like to say on them streets. Handle your business, Tony. Nothing but love, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Voila, ladies and gentlemen, that is